What's happening, everybody? It is time for another draw reveal show. We are going back to Vegas. This is the Rate Championships. Let's dive into the players, to the draws, and the storylines. We'll start with women's singles, and wow, did this lady put on a show in Virginia Beach. Her final against Anna Leigh Waters was unbelievable for the ball striking ability. Came up just short in 3, but you do not want to be in Brooke Buckner's part of the draw in women's singles. Let's see who's going to have to deal with that. Let's take a look at the draw. There's AL Dub up at the top. Man, she just wills herself to win. Won her 29th Triple Crown in Virginia Beach, and she was on fumes at the end, but got it done. Unbelievable, fierce competitor. She's the 1 seed. Caitlin Christian just keeps making semifinals. She's the 6th seed, but look who's in her little section of the draw. The hottest player on tour that isn't Anna Leigh or Brooke is Kate Fahey. She was a qualifier a few months ago. She's moved all the way up to the 9th seed and is battling to get into the top 8 and make the CIBC finals. We'll talk a lot about that particular event before the World Championships. So there's Kate Fahey. Down below, we got Leah Jansen, the 3 seed. Hasn't had a breakthrough win in singles in a while. We'll see if Vegas suits her better. Look at this, Elise Jones, the 24 seed. If she wins, we'd have Elise Jones versus Jeannie Bouchard. What a wild difference of styles. And Jeannie Bouchard was this close to having her breakthrough win on the Carvana PPA Tour. Had multiple match points against Salome Davidze, the only woman to beat Anna Leigh Waters this year, but came up just short in Virginia Beach. So that's this side of the draw. Over here, hey, Catherine, you are running out of time to win an event in 2024. 0 singles titles. She's still the 2 seed, but look who is over here. Mary Brasha's back in the draw as the 5 seed, and Zoe Wong up to the 10 seed, and Zoe beat Catherine in Virginia, so that could be a very tough thing for Catherine to try and get through, and that's just to get a shot at Anna Leigh Waters. But down below, you also have, there's Brooke Buckner just ripping groundies. She could run into Samantha Parker, who made a final earlier this year down in Houston. And then Judith Castillo had a little dip in her singles results lately. Can she find the magic in Vegas? So women's singles has been absolutely bonkers with the level of play on the 20x44. Can't wait to see who makes it to Championship Sunday. Now, on to the dudes. And Ben Johns, you want to talk about being on fumes. He had to play 3 epic matches, won 2 of them in Virginia Beach, and one of those that he won was the men's singles final against Hunter Johnson. So he grabbed that title. Let's take a look at the draw. There's Fed up the top. Mr. Sunday, they canceled church. He didn't make it, and he lost the bronze medal match to Jaume Martinez-Vic. So Fed did not even medal in Virginia Beach. He could have an early match with the doctor, number 13, Colin Schick. And I'm going to just point out the potential rounds that these players could run into. So there's that one. Jaume Martinez-Vic, if he wins, he runs into Pablo Tellez early. This is how good men's singles is. Connor Garnett would run into Eric Roddy, who's made some runs into the semifinals. Jack Sock, another one of the Charlotte boys, 3 of them, Schick, Roddy, and Sock. He would play Gabe Joseph, who has a win last year. So that's what it takes just to get yourself going here in men's singles. Same deal over here. Ben Johns against the tall kid from UCLA, Roscoe Bellamy, who has the massive serve and ground strokes. Kwong Duong versus Hunter Johnson. Is that the final, Dave? No, that is an early round match potentially if they win. Next, you'd have McGuffin running into Round 'em Up, Rafa. That would be something special. And then Dylan Frazier against Anik Lohani. Again, if all of the higher seeds win, that's just the round of 16. That's how good this is. And Anik Lohani is actually the defending silver medalist in Las Vegas. So men's singles is absolutely bonkers. My man Fed has been holding it down but did not medal, as I mentioned, so he's going to have that on his mind as he heads out to Vegas. Now, on to mixed doubles. It's shocking. Yeah, the St. Louis Shock partners are going to actually play in a Carvana PPA Tour event together, and this is going to be fun to watch. Big H and Anna Bright. Let's look at the draw. Anna Leigh Waters and Ben Johns are the standard, but one loss all year long. They just keep getting it done. And then I talk about this every week on this show, but these double-digit seeds and the talent in the mixed doubles draws are extraordinary. Hurricane Tyra Black playing with Hunter Johnson. That's a 16 seed you don't want to deal with. Pablo Tellez, Mary Brasha, that's an 18 seed that you don't want to run into. Then we go a little lower. There's Anna Bright and Big H. So they are on the Anna Leigh Waters and Ben Johns half of the bracket. If they both get there, they would play in the semifinals, but there's a lot of work to do. Jaume Martinez-Vick playing with Paris Todd. We have Etta Wright as the 5 seed with Christian Alshon. Etta had to scratch from women's doubles from an injury she sustained in mixed in Virginia Beach. I believe she will be fit for play, and we certainly hope so. We love when Etta is on the court. Look at this team. Jackie Kawamoto and Riley Newman. Let's talk about what they did in Virginia Beach. All they did was save 10 match points against Catherine Parento and Christian Alshon in winning a quarterfinal match. If you haven't watched that one, go back and find it. It is unbelievable. So they're going to have a lot of confidence coming in here. And then I love this 22 seed. Kate Fahey has done a lot in singles, as we've talked about, and now she's going to keep getting better and better partners. Dylan Frazier just hasn't found that perfect match yet in mixed doubles. Maybe it'll be Kate Fahey. That's the freaking 22 seed. Wow, look out for those two. On this side, Georgia J.W. Johnson lost again to Anna Leigh Waters and Ben Johns. They had their chances, just didn't get it done, but they're the two up at the top. Lauren Stratman and Donald Young playing together. Lauren Stratman and Andiamo Julian Arnold had the upset of Virginia Beach and beating Andre Diascu and Anna Bright. That is the only team to have beaten Anna Leigh and Ben this year. We thought we might get another look at that one, but those two said not on our watch. They're the 24. James Ignatowicz is playing with Catherine Parento this week. They've played one tournament together before. You got to wind it back to the beginning of 2023 up in Minnesota, indoors. All they did was win it. They're undefeated as a team. Viv David is now going to try out the lefty, Augie Guh. That could be very good. And then Julian Arnold, as I mentioned, coming into this with a lot of confidence. He will be with Maggie Brasha. I cannot wait to watch how this mixed doubles draw unfolds. Now let's get to women's doubles. And these two were on a mission in Virginia Beach. They roared to the final, and then what they did in the final was the most strategic, the most will to win that I've ever seen from these two. They did not want to lose this match. Leigh Waters and Athena Trullo on the sideline were as engaged as I've ever seen them, and they won comfortably in 3 over the girlies. Let's take a look at the draw. There you see them up at the top. The 6th seed, Hurricane Tyra Black and Elise Jones. I just love this partnership because defense gets the oohs and ahs going from the crowd, and these two make you hit not 1, not 2, but 117 winners because they're so good defensively. Elise is making balls all day long, and then Hurricane Tyra Black is putting the ball away. This is a great partnership. They're so much fun to watch. Keep an eye on them. The 3 seed is Etta Wright and Megan Dazan, hopefully again healthy, because this is the team that can really push the top teams when they are playing at their finest. They've had a lot of injuries and other things they've had to deal with this year. Let's see if Vegas serves them well. And then look at this. The Kawamotos don't play together all the time, but they are going to do that in Vegas, and Jackie and Jade are an absolute menace to play against. They make everything, the spins, the lobs, and they have plenty of put-away power, so watch out for those two. On this side, there's the girlies, not happy with the result of the final, so they're going to be regrouping. And then I love this 11 seed, Tina Pisnick and Kate Fahey. So you're going to have a very new player in Kate Fahey playing with Tina Pisnick, who's also relatively new, but so wise, always making balls. So these two are going to be tough to deal with. And then the Brashas are back as well. So we got Kawamoto sisters on one side, Mary and Maggie Brasha on the other. Can they get that signature win in 2024 that's been eluding them all year long? We'll find out. So will we get a rematch of 1v2, or will somebody jump in there? We shall see. Now, on the men's doubles, Big H just walks into the center court and says, "This is mine." He's like a great gladiator. He and Federico Staxrud are undefeated. They beat the Johns brothers. They were down 2-1 and 9-3 in the fourth and came all the way back. So his swag is off the charts, and it's going to be even increased. He's not playing with Fed this week. He's playing with Christian Alshon, so look out for these two. Let's take a look at the men's doubles draw. There's the Johns brothers still as the top seed, but ticked off about letting a win slip away. They were just 2 points away, and doing this would have helped them as well. They got a technical for not calling a timeout, and this is a team that rarely calls timeouts, but you got to tell the referee with your hands or with your mouth. So they learned that lesson, and I think all the players did from that. The 15 seed, yep, Rafa's going to be rounding them up with Hunter Johnson. Rafa and Riley Newman had a great run out in Virginia Beach. Riley will actually be with Gabe Tardio. They've played once before and got a 4th place finish, so they are going to be very difficult to beat. A lot of hand speed, and that aggressive right side that Gabe likes to play will complement Riley very well. And then you see the 6th seed. That's what Alshon and Patrick Quinn are. So they are on the Ben Johns, Colin Johns half of the bracket. On the other side, the drought continues for J-Dub and Dylan. They have not made a final in 5 consecutive tournaments after making the final in 6 consecutive before that. So can they get it done in Vegas? We shall see. Deckel Barr playing with Pablo Tejas for the first time, righty-lefty. That'll be fun to watch. James Ignatowicz and Andre Diescu together. That is going to be fun to see if they can find chemistry. A couple of South Florida players have played once before. And then Jack Sock and Colin Schick just haven't had the breakthrough. They played together most of the campaign, but the 19th seed really tells the story of the campaign that they've had. Just no big victory going into a quarter semifinal consistently. Maybe Vegas will suit them well. So these draws are going to be so much fun. Who's going to get there in men's doubles? We shall see. Now let's talk about the overall storylines. How does this rate? Well, it is the rate championships. It's also the second visit to Vegas, but it is the first one that's outside. And guess what's happening, folks? Record high temperatures. It's going to be in the upper 90s in Vegas. If these players aren't in shape and ready for that heat, that is going to have a huge impact on who wins and who loses. So we'll be keeping an eye not just on the players, but on the weather and how they're dealing with it. Next, the checkered flag is in sight. They have F1 out there in Vegas. Well, guess what? We are 3 chances left to get enough points to qualify for the CIBC finals at the end of the year. So we'll be tracking that throughout. After this event, we'll do a big production about where players stand. The top 8 in singles and mixed make it, and the top 16 in points in men's and women's doubles make it to the final. You don't just get to sign up for the CIBC finals and show up at the party. This is invite only, baby, and you got to earn it. We'll see who does. Next, the sphere of influence. Love the sphere right there on the strip. Well, the sphere I'm obviously most interested in here is the Vulcan V Pro Flight. Because of that heat, it's going to play slower. So will that impact which of the teams win and lose? We will find out. But it's going to be an adjustment for these players because it was cool breezes off the Atlantic, 70 degrees last week. Now it's going to be hot on that court in Vegas. Next, we got Major League of their own. There's no crying in pickleball, but there is Major League Pickleball coming up after the Carvana PPA Tour stop here. So those players that play well are going to be in great spots for their teams because there's just 2 Major League Pickleball events left. So while players individually are jockeying to make the finals on the Carvana PPA Tour, teams are trying to make the playoffs on the other side of things. So lots going on at Darling Tennis Center in Las Vegas, and we'll be keeping an eye on all of that. And then finally, break open. Yeah, this is an open. So what do I mean by that? 1,000 points available for the winner, and we will play it out like this. Thursday, singles. Friday, mixed doubles. Saturday, men's and women's doubles. And then we will have Championship Sunday where we will crown all of the winners. So where can you watch all of this great action? We got you on Tennis Channel. We got you on Pickleball TV. And it is going to be so much fun. We are nearing the home stretch here on the Carvana PPA Tour. I can't wait to be on the call. Second trip to Sin City. It's going to be great. Thanks so much for watching this show and the Carvana PPA Tour. I'm Dave Fleming. Peace.